Hello, how are you all doing today? I am Brian Moorhead, also known as Bart Gnarly. That's my pen name on Amazon. I have written 6 zombie books under the Bart Gnarly name. I have written 1 book under the Brian Moorhead, my real name. That book's called Black Cone. It's a science fiction thriller. And I'm talking a little bit today about how to start writing and publishing your own book. And I'll be glad to answer questions about that. And I'm somewhat familiar with the process now. I just wanted to take a minute and introduce you as far as who I am. So since I've already done this 7 times so far, I'm getting pretty proficient at it. And I have done this all through the Amazon publishing platform. Amazon does make that fairly easy. There are some technical hurdles that you need to know how to do. Just a moment. Yep. So anyway, I'll be glad to answer any questions that you might have in regard to how to get the process started. I published my first book several years ago on Amazon. And since I've published total of 7, I've got another one ready to go in the very near future. And I have also published one of my books in paperback form. And so now my book, Black Cone, which is a science fiction thriller, is available both in Kindle format and it's also available in paperback. And I can advise you as far as how to start writing your own. Or if you've already written a book, you don't need a publisher anymore. That's the good news. You can publish yourself directly on Amazon. And for those of you who don't know how to do that, I will be taking on a few clients to help them publish. There's some people who are not comfortable with that process and they need some help and guidance. And I'm going to make myself available to help with that. So I will take on some clients who are needing that help. I'm also going to be giving out free advice and answering questions on this Periscope format for those who have general questions about the process. One thing I'm not really going to do is get into editing other people's work. If I do, I'll have to charge a lot more money because that's a very time-consuming process. If you have always a few like that. If you have any specific questions, I'll be glad to answer any specific questions that you might have in regards to the publishing process. Amazon makes it pretty seamless to publish now. You can publish on Kindle format. You can publish short books or long books. My book, Black Cone, in paperback is about 145 pages long. In the Kindle version, it's about 117 pages long. So, you know, it's a little bit longer in the paperback format. I had some people request the paperback format, font type and size. There's defaults for that. I used 14-point type when I was writing my novel, and that was just for my purpose. It had to be converted into Kindle format, which is a little bit different. And I had somebody, especially the first time, help me with the Kindle formatting process. You can essentially do whatever font size you want, or do the most important thing is to use a Word document. You need Word format, and use whatever format you're comfortable with. That's one piece of advice I can give. If you're a little bit older like me, you can, I needed 14-point type to see with, so I wouldn't have to squint too hard. But that was pretty easily converted to Kindle format. So as long as you use Word, Microsoft Word, or a DocX format that can be converted to Kindle format, you can use whatever font size you choose to use, and that can be converted. You're welcome. Glad to help any way that I can. And like I say, I have written 7 books that I have published so far. I'm going to be publishing an 8th very soon. The majority of my books are zombie books under the Bart Gnarly name. You can also follow me on Instagram at Bart Gnarly. I give tidbits of information on there. I'm spending more time on Instagram because I've gotten a very good reception there. I just started a few weeks ago. I've already got almost 600 followers on there, I think. So that's been a lot of fun, and I get a lot of interaction on Instagram, which is something I would not have imagined before. I resisted joining Instagram for a long time. I spent more time on Twitter, but I'm getting a lot more interaction on Instagram. Anyway, I'm going to have to